Hello. We just made the arrow keys work for a game, and it works great, but when I'm going to the right, it still looks like our plane is facing forward, and I don't really like that. I'd like to change so it rotates in the direction that I want it to rotate. So what we do is we look, and um, here is where we blit the ship to the screen. So before we do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some conditionals. And I'm going to say if the last key pressed was right, I want it facing just to the right. And I'm going to use something new called rotate. So first thing I need to do is I'm going to make a variable called last direction. And I'm just going to let's have it be up. All right, so last direction is up, so it's going to start facing up. But if I press to the right, I'm going to turn last direction equal to the right, and so on and so on. I'll just, oh, and this should be in quotes because we're dealing with a string here. And we're going to do that for each of these. So left, up, and down. Not O down, just down. All right, so we're going to change the direction. And so I'm going to say if last direction equals up. Um, I am going to call this R ship. And it's going to be the rotated ship. And this first one's not going to make much sense. I'm just going to rotate it 0 degrees. So I'm going to say pygame dot transform dot rotate, and then I'm going to rotate ship 0 degrees because it's facing up. If last direction equals right, then our ship is going to equal pygame dot transform dot rotate, and I'm going to rotate the ship 90 degrees. Now, I'm not always sure if that's 90 or negative 90, but we'll find out real quick here. So now instead of blitting ship, I'm going to blit the R ship. I'm going to run this just now that I have two. I'm going to press to the right. Oh, if I press to the right, it looks like it's facing the left. If I press up, it's doing what I want it to. But if I press right, it's going the opposite direction. So I think there's a couple things. We could say 270 degrees, or let's see if 270 does what we wanted it to. Yep, that faces our direction. Uh, or we could, I bet, say negative 90. Let's plug it in there just to see. Yep, so both of those work. Uh, doesn't matter which one you choose. They look like they're both gonna be the same. So now let's just finish this off. So if we say left, our ship is going to be pygame.transform.rotate ship. And now this is going to be 90 degrees. And if that last direction, I just noticed down, before we get too far, let's get rid of that J mistake I got there. Our ship equals pygame.transform rotate ship. down would be 180 degrees. So now if we run this, if I press down, it's facing down, up, right, left. It looks like I'm doing exactly what I should